Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadine Lee, and I am the founder of Tantric Alchemy, a best-selling author, and a feminine embodiment mentor. So, in today's video, I want to talk to you about how to initiate your man into deeper intimacy, love, and eros. So, this is something that a lot of women come to me asking, women who have worked with me and maybe have been on the path for a while, on their own spiritual path or their own feminine awakening and sexual awakening path. And they are, maybe they've been with the same partner for the entire time, or they've just started dating and opening up to the masculine. And they often feel as though, they ask this question like, how can any man meet me now? Like, now that I'm awake and now that I'm, sexually liberated, can any man actually satisfy me? Or maybe you've been in a relationship and they like, and you are, feeling as though your man can't keep up and just kind of like writing him off completely, just assuming that he now can't meet you because you've done all this transformation. And while that can be the case in some situations, one person grows, the other person stays stagnant, and that's often when things, shift, the relationship dynamics shift. So if that's not the case and you have like there is some potential to actually grow together and there's a willingness on both sides, then I'm speaking to you. So you've got to decide for yourself, like if your partner is basically just not wanting to grow at all with you and he's just, complacent where he is, or, there's a willingness there. And this is actually the first thing I wanted to speak about is actually there has to be a willingness on both sides. I mean, in any relationship, you really want to feel as though you're both on the same page in terms of growth. Like if one person just wants to stay the same person for the rest of their life, that's not exactly an inspiring person that you'd want to be with because life evolves, we evolve. We're going to go through so many different seasons in our soul's journey. And um, if you or the partner you're with like just wants to stay the same as when you met, then it's not really going to happen. And as the feminine, I feel, evolve faster. This is like a psychological thing. Women mature quicker, our brains evolve faster, and we also spiritually are evolve, I feel, quicker than men. Like you see, look at any yoga class, it's all women. Um, if you look at like the amount of people who buy self-development books or courses, it's like 80% women. And not that men are really stepping into this now. I feel like there's been a wave of men doing their inner work and having a mass awakening. You see this with all the men's work and men's courses that are coming out, which is amazing. Um, but yeah, you've got to be on the same page in terms of willingness to grow. So this is why I say to women, you don't have to go for a spiritual man like by the books. He's wearing mala beads and hangs out in the spiritual communities. You just have to be with a man who's willing to actually grow and he's willing to kind of let you kind of lead in your feminine way in these realms. In the realms of intimacy and eros and love, this is the feminine dimension. So if we are expecting a man to kind of, lead in those realms, and just because we've awakened, if we think, oh, he's not leading me in those realms, that's really discounting your own feminine, because as the feminine by nature, we are the embodiment of love and eros. So that means, we are the initiatrixes. I don't know if that's a word. Initiatrix of eros and love. So we are the ones that kind of take that lead in that way and take our man into those realms and initiate him into those realms. And this isn't like that you're turning into his teacher or his spiritual guru or his personal tantrika. It's not about that at all. This is not how the feminine leads. She doesn't become his mother and starts nagging him and all these things. This is not how the feminine leads. Feminine leads in the unseen realms. And I did a video on this, how to lead from your feminine. She really leads in the unseen realms and through her body, through her desire, and through her embodiment. So it's not necessarily what you're saying, it's how you're being and how you're showing up that naturally evokes um, presence and power and penetration from your man. So the more erotic you are, the more presence that's going to evoke. It's kind of like this infinity loop, It's like the more you are embodied in your physical body, you're so present in your body, your man can't help but like witness you, and it evokes this presence in him, and the more present he is, the more eros it actually evokes from us as the woman. So it's kind of like this dance between the masculine and feminine when we're both in right relationship with these two polarities within us. So as the woman, you are the leader in that realm, in the love realms, in the erotic realms. Masculine leads in the kind of, 3D realms and the logical realms. So just understanding that firstly is key. So there's three pillars that I really have focused on and really take a lot of my women through. And I'm going to be actually taking a group of women through a course called Initiating Him into Deeper Eros, Love and Intimacy in December this year, 2024. And the three pillars that we're going to go through are first, the art of loving him. So if you want to initiate a man into these realms, into deeper love, we have to really get into right relationship with the masculine, with men. So this is really about like clearing your limiting beliefs, clearing that past hurt, clearing that past trauma around the masculine. And this is deep work. This isn't just like a, instant thing. This takes time. So you can't expect to have this attitude towards a man of like, oh, I want to initiate him and take him into these ecstatic realms if there's this undertone of resentment for men. You're going to be doing that, but you're going to be doing it from a martyr place if you haven't cleared a lot of these, heavy emotions from your body. And that's a somatic journey that we will explore inside of Initiating Him, the 3-day online retreat in December. So that's the first pillar. We're going to come into right relationship with the masculine and learn how to love him, learn how to love your inner masculine and the outer masculine, the masculine at large, like the masculine principle. So that's the first step in this journey of becoming an initiatrix. The second is the art of seduction. And this is one of my favorite topics, favorite things to teach, the seductress archetype. I've taught it in many of my courses, many of my retreats. And this is really, that ability to, like I said before, like evoke deep presence simply by existing. So seduction is often misinterpreted in a lot of the world, a lot of mainstream ideas, media portraying this seductress as, this like evil woman that's manipulating people around her just for her own gains. And yes, that is a aspect of the seductress. It's more of like the shadow seductress or the seductress that hasn't actually integrated her heart, her love energy. But what I'm referring to is the feminine principle that is seductive by nature, like the feminine just existing and running erotic energy through her body is seductive. It's like nature, it's not doing anything, it's just existing, and you are seduced into its beauty just by it simply existing in its form, in its natural form. And this is the same as the feminine in us as women, simply by existing and being so tapped in and authentically expressing our deepest erotic current is what really magnetizes and allures and seduces a man and actually seduces everyone in your reality into your space. And a part of this is really learning how to um, use that sexual energy. And this is where the sex priestess energy comes in. So arouse and allure the sexual energy, but then know how to actually transmute that and move that through your body, as well as move it through your partner, your man's body. And this is really where you evolve from this like unhealthy seductress into the healthy seductress. It's like, okay, I'm going to seduce you in, but now I'm going to, draw you deeper into yourself and deeper into like your spiritual awakening, essentially. Like, how can we arouse this sexual energy, lure you in, and use that as rocket fuel for your awakening? So what I'll be teaching inside of the Initiating Him workshop is going to be some of the tantric temple arts. So tantric massage, so teaching you how to actually work with body work and work with Kundalini energy and start to facilitate and support your man in, raising that energy through his body as a beautiful practice, as an intimacy practice together, not as you're becoming his tantra teacher or, his coach. That's not what I'm going to be teaching at all. It's like, I want to create a space where it's about intimacy and deep connection, not teacher student in this context. So that's the second realm that we're going to be exploring inside of Initiating Him, the 3-day online retreat. And then the final aspect we're going to look at is the art of power play and dark eros. And so this is where we are going to explore some of these darker textures of the feminine, of your erotic energy, and really for you first to get comfortable in your fantasy, in your desire, in the taboo realms. Because when you fully embody that and own these parts of you, and more of your primal wild feminine, this is what initiates and invites him to meet you there. Because a lot of the times men are afraid to bring that primal energy, the taboo, the darker tones of eros, which, let's face it, so many women want more of this. I don't know how many women have said to me, I want more of his like dark masculine, I want more of his primal energy. He has to feel that you have access to that yourself. That when you have access to that, he can feel that he can trust that when he brings that, you have access to your yes and your no. You have access to healthy boundaries. You have access to your sovereignty. And this takes you as the woman going into that journey, into those darker textures of your erotic primal being first. So we're going to go on a journey into those realms in our final session. And this is a journey about initiating him, but really we initiate him through initiating ourselves. So it's not about like pleasing men or whatever. It's about you becoming the most erotic, feminine, orgasmic, radiant, magnetic woman yourself first. And this is the key to initiating not only him, your man, but like all of life. And I am so excited for this journey. It's going to be on the 11th, 12th, and 13th of December. It's online. There's 3 live classes every day at 4 p.m. PST. And you get replays for forever. You get access to the calls forever. You get access to our Telegram chat with our sisterhood for any questions and reflections. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited to hold this. I love this topic, and it's something that comes to me so much through my clients and women just asking me all the time, like, how do I, evoke more sacred sexuality? How do I bring tantra to our relationship? How do we go deeper? And this is it. This is what you've been asking for, and I'm so excited to bring it to you. So if you want to join us, then you can join now. The price is going to be going up in 1 week. It's going to increase every week. So right now it's at its lowest. So you want to sign up now and take advantage of that. And yeah, if this has supported you, I would love for you to leave a comment, any reflections. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Instagram. Follow me over on Instagram if you're not on there yet. And I look forward to meeting some more of you in initiating him the 3-day retreat in 11th, 12th, 13th of December. Sending you all so much love.